Have you ever woken up and felt like you were wearing someone else's clothes, walking down a street you didn't choose, speaking words that don't belong to you? That slow, hollow recognition that something in your life is not built from the materials of your own heart, but from other people's expectations, fears, and unfinished dreams. That moment doesn't always come with fireworks. It shows up as a tiny, unbearable itch behind the ribs. An ache when you pass by a window and catch yourself smiling like a trained actor. Or when someone asks, "So what do you do?" and you feel your voice filing into the same safe answer you've been giving for years. This is about the moment you realize you've been living someone else's life. It's the quiet, catastrophic clarity that your choices were edited by other people, filtered through obligation and habit until they no longer fit. The realization is both terrifying and liberating, because it means the life you've been living was, in a way, a lie, but it's a lie you can choose to stop telling. Imagine for a second that your life is a house. At first, it was architectural blueprints drawn by you, rooms you wanted, windows you needed, a kitchen that smelled like you. Over time, relatives moved in, not physically, but in belief. Teachers, lovers, friends, older versions of yourself who were scared, all rearranged furniture, locked doors. You learned not to ask for skylights because someone once said ceiling openings are impractical. You learned the language of compromise so well you forgot the sound of your own name. The day you notice the wallpaper is someone else's, you either start peeling it off or you sit on the couch and keep watching the TV someone else chose for you. There are common triggers for this recognition. A breakup can strip away a role you've been playing. A promotion can reveal that your ambition came from comparison, not desire. Becoming a parent, losing a parent, turning 30, 40, 50. Birthdays and crises are mirrors. When the mirror doesn't show you, it asks the question out loud. Who are you when no one is looking? The first time you hear that question, it feels like a betrayal and a blessing at once. Most people respond in one of three ways: denial, escape, or excavation. Denial keeps you comfortable. You keep the script because it's familiar and it has fewer stakes than the unknown. Escape is loud and sudden. You pick up and run, sometimes not smarter but faster, trying to outrun the version of you that never felt at home. Excavation is slow and terrifying. You dig through layers of obligations, beliefs, and inherited desires, finding shards of the original blueprint. If you want a life that feels like yours, excavation is the work you must do. Excavation starts with honesty. You have to ask small, brutal questions and answer them without euphemism. What do you want when no one is watching? What would you regret not doing on your deathbed? Which relationships make you smaller, and which ones expand the edges of your world? These questions are not one-time confessions. They are daily habits. You will lie to yourself the first 5 times. The 6th time, you will hear the truth. There's a dangerous myth that finding your own life is a grand revelation, a single lightning bolt that resets everything. The truth is messier. It's a series of small refusals and tiny affirmations. A refusal might sound like, "No, I won't say yes to that job that pays more but kills my curiosity." An affirmation might sound like, "Yes, I will spend Saturday mornings sketching again, even if it looks impractical." These micro-decisions are the mortar between the rediscovered bricks of your personal house. Part of the pain when you wake up to this truth is grief. You grieve for the years that were spent on autopilot, for the things you didn't learn because you were busy being punctual and pleasing. You grieve for relationships that were built around roles, not real intimacy. Let yourself grieve. Grief is not a detour, it is the map. It helps you see what was lost, so you can choose to rebuild. Another part of the pain is shame. Shame loves to whisper, "You are ungrateful. You had stability. You had respect. How dare you want more?" Shame will try to bind you back into the script under the guise of prudence. When shame arrives, name it. Tell it the truth. Gratitude and desire can coexist. You can be thankful for what you had while demanding what you actually need. The people who taught you to be small often meant well. Their instructions were imperfect. This doesn't make you selfish, it makes you human. Practical steps to begin this excavation are painfully simple and brutally effective. Start with a week of tiny experiments. Each day, pick one thing that feels like it belongs to you and do it deliberately. Maybe it's drawing for 15 minutes before bed, or saying no to a dinner you don't want to attend, or speaking the truth to a friend about how you really feel. Keep a journal of the sensations that follow. Do you feel lighter, more anxious, both? Notice, over time these experiments map patterns. Patterns reveal where your life was borrowed and where it was always yours. Next, inventory the obligations that are actually optional. Many of our lives become crowded because we assume obligations are immovable. They are not. Some duties are moral anchors, others are social ballast we carry to avoid the sinking feeling of disappointing someone. Make a list of everything you believe you must do, then ask, who benefits most from this being true? If the answer is not overwhelmingly you, consider reassigning that burden. Build margins. People who live others' lives habitually have no white space. Their calendars are punctuation marks for other people's stories. Margin is a radical act. It is not laziness. It is the space where your voice returns. Schedule nothing for an hour each day, and use it to do something that scares you mildly. Sketch, read, sit on a bench and watch the light. The first time you protect that hour will feel like theft. Keep stealing it. Find someone who will tell you the truth when you don't want to hear it. Not every friend is equipped for this. Most will comfort you into staying the same. Find a person who can hold you accountable and also love you fiercely. A mentor, a therapist, a friend with moral courage. Someone who can ask, is this yours or someone else's? And then be willing to sit with you as you answer. Recognize the difference between responsibility and identity. A job is a way to pay for life, not a life itself. A family role is a set of commitments, not the sum of your value. When people collapse identity into responsibility, they are handing others the steering wheel. Reclaim it by making one decision each month that is based solely on your interior compass. Expect betrayal from yourself. You're going to promise to change and then default into old modes because habits are strong and fear is a patient teacher. When this happens, do not treat it as proof of failure. Treat it as data. Ask, what triggered the step back? Who did I want to avoid disappointing? What can I learn? Make a plan that is small enough to follow and hard enough to ignore, then do it again tomorrow. There will be people who resent your reclamation. They will interpret your shift as a personal indictment. They will ask why you are being difficult, why you are asking for more, why you are abandoning the safety they've always appreciated. Hear them, but don't let their discomfort decide your life. Often their fury is a projection of fear. Your change threatens their illusion of stability. This is not your problem to fix. Your responsibility is to live honestly. There will be also moments of exquisite awkwardness. Your life will not immediately align with your new choices. You might be a took in a software company or an artist in a corporate meeting. You will feel like a misfit at first. Stay. Misfit is the birthplace of originality. That awkwardness is the sound of your edges finding shape. The most radical move is not dramatic reinvention. It's the quiet accumulation of small, truthful acts repeated over years. You will not instantly find a new self in a weekend. You will grow into it like a plant emerging through concrete. Each small act weakens the old pavement until the roots break through. The breakthrough is not the end. It is the beginning of sustained soil building. There is a practical, ethical consideration too. Not everyone can afford radical shifts. Socioeconomic constraints, caretaking responsibilities, systemic barriers, these are real. Reclaiming your life does not require burning your house down to build a new one overnight. It requires strategic, incremental moves that respect your reality. Start with mental liberation. Change what you say to yourself. Adjust small rituals. Negotiate public roles. Liberation is often an internal reorientation before it becomes external. If you want a concrete exercise, write a resignation letter to the version of yourself who pleases others at the cost of truth. Do not send it to anyone. Write it only to clarify. Put the date 5 years from now at the top. Describe what this future you will have done differently. List the commitments you'll keep for others and the ones you'll stop pretending to own. Seal it, then open it every 6 months. Use it as the benchmark to measure whether your small acts are building toward that future. Another practical move is to identify one creative pursuit you abandoned and reactivate it for 3 months. Give it measurable goals: 5 sketches a week, 1 short story a month, 1 new recipe every 10 days. Measure only progress and curiosity, not external success. After 3 months, evaluate how your inner weather has changed.